It is Tuesday, June 26th, and it's an absolutely beautiful day. Myself, Todd, Diggs, Nick, Zito, Ty, Evan, Jordan, and also two very special guests will hopefully launch you into the greatest Tuesday in the history of Tuesdays.
Whee! Let's go.
In all Tuesdays.
Tuesdays have been happening for a long time.
A long time.
Since the first week.
Was there
The first week.
Was there weekdays before Christ, or did he come up with the calendar too?
That's a good
I
question.
don't know.
Like did BC?
No, because there was nothing to put Christmas on
weekdays.
until after he died. And
It's the Romans, right?
We don't have a place to put Christmas. We have to create a calendar.
You Italians wanted to schedule everything. You Romans.
Or just smart?
No, it had to be the Mayans.
Because they did have a calendar.
Yeah.
It was the Mayans who had Tuesday. Since the Mayans started Tuesdays, this is going to be the greatest Tuesday in absolute history. I cannot fathom. Also, another incredible thing, the brand new limited edition Absolute America Vodka bottle is a hand-painted bottle inspired by the colors and design of the American flag that is bringing people together to celebrate and support America the Beautiful this summer. Absolute has teamed up with Keep America Beautiful, and to show how much they love America, from now until September 3rd, 2018, Absolute will donate $1 to Keep America Beautiful for every photo shared showing how people party with a purpose using hashtag Absolute America and hashtag promotion. Okay?
Wow.
$1 donated to Keep America Beautiful from Absolute America while using the incredible bottle that Absolute America designed with the American flag on.
Ipso facto, you buy a bottle, you're donating $1. to
Wow.
make
And you're beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Get out and celebrate this summer with the Absolute America limited edition bottle, especially for huge summer occasions like Memorial Day and 4th of July. Remember to post your photos using hashtag Absolute America and hashtag promotion. Big thank you for Absolute. Go ahead and celebrating the shit out of America. We like that a lot.
Yep.
Hashtag Absolute America, hashtag promotion. Go ahead and donate $1 to Keep America Beautiful. This Tuesday is going to be a beautiful one. We had a conversation with a man who is electric. He's got big old titties. I think you're going to enjoy it, ladies and gentlemen. Terry Crews. He has been a legend in the Hollywood world for a long time. He's been on movies, TV shows, commercials. He's been an athlete. He's been hilarious. He's everything. He's got a movie, Sorry to Bother You, coming out on July 6th. It's going to be fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, the most ripped 49-year-old in the history of 49-year-olds, Terry Crews. Terry, how are you?
I'm doing good. Still ripped.
How do you do it, Terry? Do you have like a strict regimen? Do you not? Do your taste buds, are they miserable? Do you ever eat pizza? Because I assume at the age of 49, the metabolic rate is a little bit slower than when you're younger. I don't know how you remained so incredibly jacked, Terry.
Well, I do this thing called intermittent fasting.
Hey.
Okay.
Incredible. I started 6 years ago, and this is my new way of life, man. I'm really loving it. I'll tell you, it's awesome.
Do you so you only eat for like 8 or 7 hours a day? You fast for the rest of the day, like 12 to 7 intermittent fasting. Both Diggs and Zito lost a combined 57 pounds in 30 days doing this intermittent fasting.
Yep.
Do you hammer the times when you're eating? Like, do you eat regular or do you dial back the food as well?
I mean, it's funny because I eat from 2 to 10, and then when I have my first meal, the thing is you can't overeat because your stomach is already kind of small, and you feel really full right away. So even if you wanted to, you just get uncomfortable. You start to try to eat like, oh, let me make up for it, but you can't do it. And you start to eat healthier, you start to feel better, and I'm telling you, I lost hunger cravings after the first month of doing it. And I haven't really had cravings in 6 years. It's nuts.
So jealous, Terry. You look so good. I'm so jealous. Speaking of, your body and your personality and character landed you that Old Spice gig. That had to be quite a rejuvenating. You were on everybody's TVs for every single show for like 4 or 5 years straight. You played the role perfectly.
Oh, yeah, it was great. First of all, it's an 8-year relationship with those guys. Nice. And it went unreal. It was absolutely amazing. And I'm really thankful because the quirkiness, it was kind of a match made in heaven. They were right along with like exactly how I wanted to be. I remember popping my pecs and they were like, "Oh my God, we're in love." And I was like, "I love you too." I love this for like 8 years. It's awesome.
Okay, so we watched right before you got on, we watched this commercial where your entire body had a bunch of stem all over you. You were connected to a bunch of musical instruments, and it appeared as if you were really getting some stem on your chest, groin, thigh, your whole body as the instruments went off. Is that true, or was that all just acting by you, your groins, your boobs, your everything like that?
I moved each body part independently, and then they kind of synced it up. So there was no real stem or whatever, but that's the thing. I'm a freak of nature. I can move.
That is crazy.
You were flexing your groin. You were flexing your groin at a very...
Everything.
You're like a human caterpillar.
You had to get so many cramps from that. You had to cramp up so much. Your entire body was flexing at different rates. I don't think I've ever seen that before, Terry. It was one of the most impressive.
I was so tired after that. I ain't gonna lie, man. That took about 2 days to do, and my God. But it was worth it. I mean, for what came out, it was iconic, dude. Iconic.
Did you pitch that idea?
No. Actually, again, White and Kennedy, they come up with all this stuff, and it's so great, man. It's like, you know, they're always about groundbreaking, but what you have to do is be willing. See, the biggest thing is that what I learned a long time ago is not to be a perfectionist, like, because that will all of a sudden kill all your creativity. I learned to just go ahead and try it, and what happens is I usually end up in a better place, and I've taken a lot of risks. I started hosting. I started, you know, I'm doing more dramas now. I just love what I do, man, and my thing is my biggest superpower is being unembarrassable. You can't embarrass me. It's impossible. It's like, well, hey, I farted. I did it. I'll tell everybody I farted, and it's all good.
Well, if
hey,
I look
you
like
farted too, you know what I mean?
Yeah, if I look like you, I mean, it would be one of. That's a beautiful little
Mindset.
That's a great mind. That's like a life motto almost. You just delivered right there out of nowhere. Is that why? Do you think that attributes to such a because we're running through things that you were in. You were in the Expendables, which was the Avengers movie of action heroes, which was incredible. You were in The Longest Yard, which is like a legendary movie. Was Nelly that good of an athlete? Brooklyn Nine-Nine got canceled, and then due to a bunch of outrage, it got brought back. You've been a part of so many things, and do you think that mindset is the reason why?
I definitely think that. I mean, you know what? What's weird is that, you know, the beautiful thing about being almost 50, I mean, I'm a month out from 50, is that you realize that, you know, all you ever needed to be was you. You know what I mean? Like, the problem is you spend the first 20 years figuring out who you're going to be. You know what I mean? Like, am I going to be like this? Am I going to be like that? And then I'm very, very fortunate to find out very early that let's just be me. Do what I like to do and do it really well. Like, just work on me. Don't work on anybody else. Just continue to get better at everything you do that you like to do. And all of a sudden, all these opportunities will come. But the problem is when you start switching up and trying to be that, you know, when you first go into Hollywood, Michael Clark Duncan, God rest his soul, was the number one guy at the time. And everyone was like, you need to be the next Michael Clark Duncan. And I was like, no. I want to be me. Like, they were like, okay, well, then they will tell you, okay, you got to lose all your muscle. You got to do that. And I was like, nah, I'm going to keep it.
I decided.
All of a sudden, you become the only Terry Crews they have. It's funny because my daughter is an actress now. She's 27, and she sent me this thing the other day, a script, and they were like, we're looking for a Terry Crews type. It was in the log line. And I was like, wow, I finally reached that spot where, you know, they're looking for Terry Crews. And it's awesome, man. Cool. But you got to pay me. See, that's the only thing.
Do you live LA? Do you live in LA full time?
I'm sorry?
Do you live in LA full time?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Oh, what a beautiful place, man. The weather's
good.
We got
it's good, man. It's been a great. Let me tell you, I'm just getting started. I tell everybody, like, you know, my best time, I think my best part of my career is probably going to be within the next 20 years. Like, you haven't really seen anything yet. I mean, I look at Sam Jackson, you know, the stuff he's done, all this, and I'm going, man, he's almost 70. So I'm going, I'm at least going to be doing that. I'm going after mine.
Let's go. That's a beautiful thing. Sorry to Bother You comes out July 6th. Tell us about it.
Oh, my God. First of all, it's a science fiction comedy / horror movie set in the world of telemarketing.
Can't wait. This is you saying, don't be scared to do anything. It sounds like, by the way, a science fiction horror comedy.
I'm telling you right now, it's absolutely bonkers. You're going to think you're ready, and you're not ready. I can't even, nothing I can say can prepare you for the sorry to bother you experience. That's what I'm trying to tell you right now. But you will be happily ecstatic after you've seen this thing, because it hits you on so many levels. It's one of those things that you just keep thinking about weeks and weeks after you've seen it.
Oh, well, I can't wait to watch it. I cannot wait to watch it. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, you guys have a great time with that show. We got a lot of loyal fans of that show in here in the studio. Very excited that it got brought back after getting canceled.
Let me tell you something. You know what? I think there's no greater example of the difference between Nielsen ratings and what people are actually watching than Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's funny because, you look at the Nielsen's and they go, well, the numbers are this, so we're going to let it go. And then the whole world erupted. They're like, oh, my God. Because, when people don't know about the Nielsen's and stuff, is that they'll take a room, like 5,000 people, take one, like, what do you watch? And then all of a sudden they say, that's what everybody's watching. But that's not how it works. And the internet show, wait a minute. The whole world is watching this show. And I've never felt more validated and thankful for the people. I mean, we were trending worldwide. And it was like, wow. Because, when you get canceled at first, you're like, man, maybe we weren't that good. But then when the world went off, when Guillermo del Toro and Lin-Manuel Miranda and Mark Hamill were like, hell no, this is our show. My heart was full. And then to get picked back up by NBC, a bigger and better network, 30 hours after, it was insane. Who gets that? No one gets. And the whole Hollywood community was cheering for us too, because they know how rare that was. That was really like hitting the lottery.
Terry, you've been in a lot of fun projects like TV and film. What's like your favorite set that you've been on with all the actors and everything like that?
Oh my God, man! I have different sets and different love for different reasons. Everybody Hates Chris was beautiful because here we had this beautiful black family set in Brooklyn, and Chris Rock was. People didn't believe. They were like, hey, he's a blue comedian. How can he do a show that appeals to families? And you saw how it worked. And then we go to Longest Yard, and you got the wrestlers, the comedians, the athletes all together. I call Longest Yard my revenge on the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Amazing. And then White Chicks, by God, White Chicks working with Keenan Ivory Wayans and the Wayans family. I mean, these guys are the Jacksons of comedy. And here I am, I was brand new on the scene then, and it literally changed my life forever. I would never forget going to Times Square and seeing me singing the Vanessa Carlton song, 1,000 Miles, on a Jumbotron, and I was like, oh my God, this is a whole nother level of famous.
Nice. Hey, Terry, was there ever a role that you thought you had sewn up, you end up not getting, that kind of still haunts you to this day?
Oh yeah, you know what? Let me tell you, I did a cameo on Wife and Kids, but before this, I was auditioning for Wife and Kids, and I'll never forget, I was so nervous and so shaky. It haunts me, not because I should have got the role. It was because I was so horrible. Like, I understood why they didn't get me. I was like, oh man, I wouldn't pick me. And I remember sitting in the car because it's one of those things where the agent I had at the time made a mistake, and he said, Terry, it's yours to lose. And then I was like, uh-oh. That kind of pressure. It's like literally like just when somebody throws you a ball, you're like, don't drop it, don't drop it, don't drop it. You know what you're going to do? You're going to drop it. As soon as it comes to you got to not think about it. But all I could think about was like, oh my God, this job is mine to lose. And I lost.
Hey, Terry.
Let me tell you, the same day, I was like, I don't care anymore. Whatever, and I had another audition, and that was for Keenan and for White Chicks the same day.
Okay.
When I went across town, I didn't care anymore. I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do this, and, hopefully it'll work out. And that's the job that created my new life. So it's so unreal. Because let me tell you, Terry Crews bombed big time on that day. But then that was also the same day where I got my biggest success.
Listen, sometimes you take an L, And then you bounce back. There's a whole song about it that's very incredible. If you want to follow him at Terry Crews, an absolute legend in the game of entertainment. So thankful you joined us. Sorry to bother you. It's coming on July 6th. You're such a positive and motivating person. I'm stepping into a batter's box for the first time in my entire life tomorrow night. I'm playing in a semi-professional baseball game. I've never played baseball before. Do you have any motivational thoughts for me as I step into that batter's box, Terry?
Let me tell you something. You're going to take an L, okay? You're going to take one, but take it with gusto. Like, I did the same thing. I did the same thing at the Major League Baseball All-Star Game. I can't hit a baseball. I knew I didn't. So what I did, I took my shirt off, and I flexed my pecs and walked up to that plate like I was the superstar, and it was worth it. It was worth it. Now, I got struck out, but nobody forgot my walk up.
Okay, so you're saying the entrance is a big deal. I appreciate that.
Let me tell you something. Act like you're Babe Ruth. Go ahead and play it up, because you know what? The next day, nobody cares. Nobody's going to care anyway. That's what really hits me.
We're watching your walk up right now on our screen in here. You look like you got two hamsters in your tits. When you bounce these things around, it looks like there's an animal inside of your boobs, Terry. You're doing something right.
I already knew I was going to suck, okay? I knew it, but I gave him a show. You know what I mean? If you're going to suck big. Like, make it gigantic. You know what I mean? It was an L that no one could ever forget,
Oh, my God. Good for you, by the way. 49, huh? Intermittent fasting does that. That's what intermittent
and you're going to love it. You guys, I'm telling you, intermittent fasting is the way. It's beautiful.
All right. Well, I appreciate you, Terry Crews.
All right. Love you guys, man. Thank you so much for having me. Sorry to bother you is incredible.
Okay. July 6th. Watch it or get a tit to the face from Terry Crews. Ladies and gentlemen, at Terry Crews on Twitter, legend.
New log line. There we go.
Hey, we appreciate you, man. He gave me a lot of motivation going into my baseball game on Thursday.
He really did.
Oh, yeah, he did.
So I'm going to go in there and act like I own that thing. Tell them to remember it. I watched a video of him doing his bat. He was terribly unathletic. I mean, he was bad, but he looks damn good. 49 years old, that son of a bitches.
He's an incredible outlook on life, too.
Yeah, incredible outlook on life. Very positive, man. I was so thankful he came because everybody knows him. Mm-hmm. You can't not know who that guy is.
No.
And if I was him, I would never, ever wear a shirt.
He's a fellow IFer as well.
What's that?
Intermittent faster.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. He loved the intermittent fasting, by the way.
He's an
Something
IFer.
tells me it's not just intermittent.
What are you saying, Diggs? You getting a little,
You're saying
starting to
there's
put some dots together over there.
I'm just saying you don't fucking look that good just from only eating 8 hours a day.
What are you saying?
I'm just saying I
Gonna
think he
need some
probably
gym time.
works out, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit, you think?
Yeah.
49 years old. He's better be living in that.
Just watched Deadpool 2. He was phenomenal in it.
He was, wasn't he?
Really good.
He
Fantastic.
It could vary. Deadpool 2, you enjoyed it?
I did. I liked it a lot.
Very funny.
Comical.
Timely. Doesn't have to be Ryan Reynolds in that.
Well,
suit.
no, I read something interesting, too, because he's in a mask. They can update the jokes, like, before the movie comes out. Like, he dubbed over a couple lines. They redid them, like, right before they released
I
them.
never
I was
Make them
wondering how
more
much
timely.
voiceover he does while he's inside the suit. Like,
Dude, does he wear the suit while voicing over?
smart.
Probably should.
Add the muffle. I like
Yeah,
that.
so it has a little. Nearly born in the dark. I know a situation.
I'm going to see that tonight. I'm doing a double feature.
What? What's that mean?
Jurassic Park and Deadpool. 2 movies.
Heard bad things about Jurassic
I've
Park.
heard good things. You're just talking to the wrong people.
That's an interesting way to look at it.
I only talked to Todd about it, though. So
Todd, you seen it?
No, this
No,
kid did.
my son said it was awesome, but I haven't seen it.
I mean, I think you know what you're going to get when
Yeah.
you go to see a
Now,
Jurassic
he's
Park
also, like us, he's huge Jurassic Park fan.
Who's us?
Already. Me and Diggs.
You and Diggs diehard Jurassic Parkers.
Yeah.
huh?
Love it. Love it.
You love Jurassic Park.
I do.
Your favorite antique movie?
Antique.
That's what it is. It's a
It's not
goddamn
antique for me.
The original. What's that?
So it's not antique for me. Happened pretty late in my life.
The original Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
That's like what, 30 years ago?
Came out like 93.
Yeah.
I guess it's 20 years ago. What was that? 20 years ago?
25.
It's like 30 years ago. You're like a 30 years ago is.
It's in the
I think,
second half of my life.
By definition, an antique. I think like a classic is 20 years, and I think like 30.
Technically, you're right.
Yeah,
What's
it's
Todd
an antique.
then? What's Todd?
Old as fuck.
Senior. Him and my dad are seniors. But I'm just saying, it's one of those movies from so long ago that is like Star Wars is one of them ones that has
Oh, yeah.
kind of withstood the test of time.
Yeah.
Like
They go way
Jurassic
back.
Park is one of them ones. It's like it's withstood, and that's your favorite, huh?
Yeah, yeah, probably is my favorite this last so long, other than Rocky.
Oh, see, there it is.
Yeah.
Rocky's one of them as well. The new Creed is going to be awesome, I assume. Ooh. I assume the new Creed's going to be awesome.
I hope so.
I watched Blockers.
Oh yeah, how was that?
Just know that if John Cena reads the script and says yes to it, it's a good movie. It wasn't the greatest storyline.
Right.
It wasn't the greatest storyline, but it was funny.
Who else was in it with him?
There was also that he was hilarious. There's a redhead in there, and then the
Oh yeah.
yeah, there's a lady who's a redhead in there, and then
Hold on.
the daughters are actually kind of hilarious in the movie.
Oh, Leslie Mann.
Who's that?
Judd Apatow's wife.
Yeah,
That's the
Cena's
redhead?
wife in the movie, I think.
Yeah, that's the redhead. Yeah.
Cena's wife is not the redhead in the movie.
Okay.
Just for future reference. An Indian lady is Cena's wife, and she wears the pants in Family. It's a pretty big moment. The guy, there's a white guy in there, though, who's also starring in. He's funny. Very, very funny.
Are Apatow's kids in it? Are they the daughters?
I don't think so.
Daughters are very funny. It was
His name
good.
is,
though.
Ike Barinholtz.
Oh, like Barinholtz.
Yeah, he is really funny.
There it is. Aren't you looking at it right now, Diggs? I mean, I swear to God, I saw you
Yeah,
staring
he's-
at the
No,
list.
no, I am. I just
and
don't
you just
know.
refused to answer.
I don't
it.
know any of these people's names.
Me neither.
Their names are right
I
there.
couldn't even guess.
No, Leslie Mann is the only one, but like this Ike dude I've never heard of. What
Gary
was-
Cole? Gina Gershon?
No clue who any of these
Hannibal
people are.
Buress?
well, yeah.
Hannibal
No,
Buress is
Hannibal.
good. He's only in a little tiny part though. He's not in a big part. That Ike guy though is very funny.
He was
Gary
in both
Cole's way down the
Neighbors
list.
and Suicide Squad. He's been in a bunch of shit.
I cannot wait to be a dad though. After watching these movies, after watching Chrisley Knows Best and watching this Cock Blockers movie, it's by the way, it's just called Blockers.
Yeah.
Chicken blocker, or whatever they want to call it. I cannot wait to be a dad. I am going to be a hilarious father. My kid is going to hate me so much. I cannot fucking wait. The Chrisleys are the best. You need to get into the Chrisleys.
Or I hate them.
How?
I've tried. I hate that guy.
How?
He's so annoying. The wife's annoying.
I crack up.
He's hilarious. He's a character.
He's annoying.
He's just a character.
I can't do him.
Is your kid's friends going to call you Mr. McAfee or Pat?
They're going to call me Mr. Mac, and they're not going to speak to
I
me.
even
either.
think the grandma's annoying. Like the grandma's annoying in that
Don't
show.
talk to me, kids. I don't know why you're speaking to me. I didn't accidentally create you. I accidentally created this one. He was a complete gift, a joke, a surprise. And he doesn't like you either. Get the hell out of here. I can't wait to be that dad in the neighborhood. It's going to be awesome. John Cena plays a great character, dude. He's so good.
I think he's just moved.
He's
to
the main
acting.
character?
It's fucking hilarious.
One of them. He's one of them. But he's good.
Yeah, I thought he was great in Trainwreck. It was a small part,
Yeah.
but man, I thought he was funny.
He's just such a monster of a man. Like they try to put they try to make him look like a dad. They put a flannel on him, like an oversized flannel on him. He's just this monster of a man. I don't know how much longer he can remain how big he is. He is
I look like Mark Wahlberg.
Eat Mark Wahlberg. Did you see The Rock today? Was working out in 98-degree gym down there. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
On purpose?
yeah. He just started speaking
Get
into
that
his
sweat
thing.
on.
He was speaking into his phone like this, like just walking around the gym while he was sweating, talking about all the business he does, emails, social media, the whole thing. Yeah, The Rock. Yeah.
You over him?
I don't know.
Who's going to have a better movie career, The Rock or John Cena?
John Cena. John
Really?
Cena only hits bangers. I remember the Tooth Fairy. You know what I mean? I remember the Tooth Fairy. The Rock is very talented. He's very attractive. He's very talented. He's a monster man.
You're telling me you didn't like the Scorpion King?
What? That's what I'm saying. The Rock has had some misses, John Cena, if John Cena has a miss, he'll get crushed by people. The Rock could just float through a couple misses there early because it was pre-social media age. Now, if Cena has a miss, he's going to get murdered by the internet, and he hasn't had one yet. I think everybody watches it and goes, you know what? Surprisingly good. Thought Cena would suck in it, and he does not at all. Ferdinand, home run. Not even talk about how big of a home run that was. Tearjerker, really. Well, he's a big bull.
It was a good movie.
And now he's playing a hilarious dad who swears,
Wow.
says the F word,
Really?
Nice.
says fuck. John Cena says the fuck word. Unbelievable.
I don't think Cena will catch him in dollars made on movies.
I don't think so either. I don't think it's possible. Fast and Furious, they made $1 billion.
And Rock would Rock come with like 3 movies this year?
Yeah, that skyscraper movie is going to make a shitload of money.
Garbage.
Yeah,
Overseas.
Yeah, it'll make so much in China. It's set in
Rampage?
China.
Everything The Rock does makes so much money because he does that global press tour.
Yep.
And it's just monster. The Rock is a genius businessman. The Rock is a genius businessman. I will say that. And I enjoy him as a human. But a lot of his movies have been misses. I think we can all agree with that.
I
But
feel like The Rock is huge in Asia, and I feel like the Asian movie critic market is not as strong as it is here.
why is that?
I've seen their movies.
Well, the subtitles killed you?
They don't seem to be great.
In 2017, the Better Business Bureau heard more than 5,000 complaints about alarm companies.
Wow.
5,000 in the year 2017. That puts home security in the top 10% of most complained about industries on Earth. Here's how you fix home security. You do what my friends over at Simply Safe did. Simply Safe got rid of contracts and hidden fees. They work hard to earn their customers' business instead of relying on tricks and fine print. Yep. Simply Safe is a company that treats you right. How rare is that today? A company that relies on good service and a great product to earn your business. I've known Simply Safe for years. Years been using them.
Yeah.
Paid so much money for an alarm system whenever I first moved in. And then Simply Safe showed up on an internet commercial. And I was like, what is this? And I said, there's no way it could be this fucking easy, which is, it is, by the way. It's easy. It's affordable. Very convenient. You have one app that checks all the cameras. We have this business. Our office is loaded with cameras. My house is loaded with cameras. And it's just one easy app to take care of everything. It's why they got an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau for 10 years running.
Pretty good.
And there are over 40,000 5-star reviews online. 40,000 5-star reviews.
40,000 people can't be wrong.
Simply Safe is what home security should be. You're getting the best protection, period. Learn more about Simply Safe today at simplisafe.com/MCAFEE. That's simplysafe.com/McAfee to protect your home and family with an A+ home security system. Simplysafe.com/McAfee. Big thanks to them taking care of everything. In the middle of the world right now, there's a battle for soccer supremacy.
Yep.
Do we know much about it? No, but another guy does. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now was the captain of the U.S. men's national team. At one point, played defense for the soccer team that represents the United States. He is now a co-host of a show on Sirius XM with Tony Miola. Ladies and gentlemen, Brian Dunny Dunseth.
What's going on, guys? How are you?
Dunny, great name.
Great name, although when you find out on the flight to Australia back in 2000 that the guy next to you after 13 hours asks you why you're named Dunny, and you tell him because it's your last name, he tells you, mate, you want to think about that because where I'm from, it's where people go outside and use the restroom. That was an awkward moment. I got plenty of spares over in Australia for the Olympics.
Well, I was a punter, a professional punter in England. That means something a lot different than it does in America, too, if that means anything, Dunny.
Yep.
So I respect it. Hey, has Tony Miola ever told you a story about when a 12-year-old rifled a ball at his head at a Conn's hot dog soccer camp in western Pennsylvania?
No, I have not heard about it, but I guarantee you the moment he's back stateside, I will be asking him about this.
Okay, let him know it's not his fault. That guy went on to kick 124-mile-an-hour soccer ball and things like that. It's not his fault that he was scared. He went on that World Cup tour where he's doing soccer camps with Conn's hot dogs, and I rifled one at his head. All the other little kids were trying to pass it by him. I had no control. I was just swinging as hard as I could. Anyways, let's get to it. Dunny, this World Cup is sweeping the world right now. America's even involved. Now, granted, the ratings are down than in years past, but America's involved in it. The games have been so beautiful. What's your biggest takeaway so far from the World Cup?
Not the World Cup I think that we were expecting. I think we were all kind of coming in with the disappointment of the United States missing out on qualification, which is devastating on every front. But I think the big conversation really was, how is video review, VAR, going to affect the World Cup for the very first time? We saw in the Confederation Cup last year, which is kind of like a mini tune-up to the World Cup in Russia, it didn't go well. There were some major issues, some major question marks, but so far, it's been pretty seamless. Red cards are down, goals are up, and some fantastic storylines so far.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because there's like 45 refs every single game, and they're still missing shit. I don't fully comprehend it. They got the entire truck filled with refs. Then they got other people. I don't understand how they're missing anything. I have
Truck refs are dressed as actual refs.
Yeah, they're in cleats in the truck. I'm so confused by it all, Tony.
Yeah.
So,
you can hear the click-clack as they walk into the room and take their seats in front of the 87 million televisions in front of them. Yeah, Listen, it's really subjective. We know that. There's still only so many calls that are reviewable. There is a guideline. There is structure to it. But so far, to be honest with you, I had massive question marks. It's been pretty good. Not too bad.
What game has surprised you the most? What outcome has surprised you the most? What team has been opening your eyes? You're like, you know what? I didn't think they were going to do this well. They started playing well.
I'll actually flip it for a second. I'll say Argentina. They surprised me because of how horrible they've been.
Yeah,
talk about a complete breakdown. The weight of the jersey, the blue and white stripes on Lionel Messi's shoulders. We all expected him to do what he does week in, week out with Barcelona. Yet once again, Argentina, who made a run to the 2014 World Cup final, is talking about issues behind the scenes, anarchy amongst the players versus the coach. There's whispers that their manager, Sampaoli, if he's taken out of charge, there's a $20 million buyout, but that he'll be on the bench, but he's not even choosing the team heading into their final game. So that's been the biggest surprise for me. Germany's recovery, losing to Mexico, and then scoring in the last minute, Toni Kroos. What a fantastic goal, the Real Madrid midfielder.
Good dig.
I think seeing the lows and the highs over the course of 2 matches for Germany.
Lionel Messi is always threatening to get out, to never play for Argentina ever again. He always threatens because his life is so good whenever he's playing for his professional team. And then when he plays for Argentina, there's always drama. He's threatened to do it every single time. I feel like they get on the national or international spotlight. Do you think there's good reason for that? Do you think Messi's a part of the problem, or do you think he's just caught in a terrible situation?
Probably a little bit of both. I think, number one, the Argentine FA is a complete disaster. Even in the preparation heading into the World Cup, you'll see a lot of these friendlies where teams will play countries that replicate the opponents that they're going to face in the group stage. Argentina played one game, and it was against Haiti. They had a friendly in Israel canceled. It was a horrible preparation, and next thing you know, in the very first game, they get absolutely taken apart. It should have been expected, but it still wasn't because of the quality of players for Argentina. And we'll see what this final game looks like. They still have a chance to go through. They control their own destiny, but they're going to need to score goals.
Is Cristiano Ronaldo the greatest player to ever play soccer?
Not the greatest player, but right now he's proving to be the best player in the world. There's no doubt about it. Heading into this tournament, he had only scored 3 goals in 13 matches. He now has 4 in 2 games. I still think there's issues with Fernando Santos' Portugal, but they're going to cruise through to the next round to face, looks like, most likely Russia right now, who's losing to Uruguay.
Did you follow Rorik Gustafsson since the World Cup has started?
I haven't, but I'm Googling right now.
Yeah, so he had 30,000 Instagram followers before the World Cup started. Now he has over 1 million because he's so goddamn good looking. And I was going to ask if you thought him or Ronaldo was the better catch, you think, in a sack.
Is that the Icelandic? Are you talking about the Icelandic?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Iceland. Oh, all the way through. Yeah. But I feel like your genetic DNA is somewhat like out here in Utah for Salt Lake City. There's going to be probably 4 people you can trace your history back to.
Viking blood.
So what is the show called with you and Tony Miola?
It's Counterattack over on Sirius XM at channel 157 from 4 to 7 every day, Monday through Friday.
So now that Tony Miola is over in Russia he's covering the World Cup in Russia, I assume, right?
Yeah, yep. He's actually calling the game right now.
Is he? Oh, he's calling this one that's on right now? I didn't know that. I didn't know idea, Tony Miola.
Fox?
I didn't know.
Yeah, the Uruguay-Russia game right now.
Oh, nice. I bet heavy on Russia. God damn it, Dunny. Is a bad bet, Dunny. But your show, do you cover the MLS? Do you cover the Premier League? Do you just cover all soccer in general? Is that kind of the conversation, the daily conversation?
Yeah, daily conversation is pretty much everything. So we cover, obviously, it's Premier League heavy because there's a lot of focus. We got a lot of Premier League fans here in the States, but Bundesliga, Serie A, La Liga, Champions League, Europa League, all the international friendlies. We cover Mexico, MLS, obviously. We cover the world, kind of lifestyle and culture, trending topics. It's a good time. And by the way, Tony Miola, I keep going back to that story you told me in the beginning. Did he have the short long? Did he have the big party in the back, great hair flow?
Oh, yeah, he had flow.
Oh, man, that guy.
Yeah.
I tease him as often as possible. I find pictures of the internet, and every time I'm tweeting out who's joining us during the day, I make sure to get some good old late 90s Tony Miola.
Oh, he was on a tour with Khan's Hot Dogs. I mean, he was living back then.
Oh, beefcake. And his shoulders, by the way, he's got a coat rack. So, meatball, Miola, repping Khan's hot dogs, that sounds like a match made in heaven.
Do you think the MLS ever has a chance to become a respected league globally?
It'll be a respected league, but the biggest problem Major League Soccer has is it'll never compete in Champions League. And what that does is that really limits the player pool of finding guys in their prime that are world-class players, because that's the most difficult thing. We're always taught as athletes that you want to play on the biggest stage, and the biggest stage is the World Cup, but the second biggest stage is going to be the Champions League Tuesday and Wednesday nights. That's where the biggest clubs play. And that's something that Major League Soccer will never qualify for. So unfortunately, that will be the biggest issue that they deal with throughout their time. But right now, these 3 years, we're seeing an incredible amount of growth, expansion, and the quality of the products on the field raising.
Is the hype on the new class, the young class of American kids who are coming up now who played the last few games of friendly, is it all hype, or is there some actual substance there as far as they are going to be as good as people think they are?
Yeah, that's a great question. There's a lot more substance than people want to realize. Listen, we're all devastated because we've missed out on the World Cup. We want to burn it all down. We lost a kid who was playing for the U.S. He switched to play for Mexico, and Jonathan Gonzalez, and that just threw kerosene on the fire. But there's nothing good that comes out of missing the World Cup, with the exception of the established guys that have been playing big roles for the last 8 years. Have been given time away from the team, and we've seen a ton of 17, 18, 19-year-olds start to get opportunities, and on top of that, these 20, 21, 22-year-olds who are really pushed down because of the established veterans, they've gotten their opportunity. So the player pool is much bigger now, and these kids, first and foremost, need to qualify for the next Olympics, which is the best competition against their age group that will replicate what a World Cup will look like in years ahead.
Are you angry at the United States men's national team for not making it into the World Cup? This could be such good marketing for the sport of soccer in America, and this missed opportunity is such. I think it's a detrimental situation, actually, almost.
Yeah, I'm angry and I'm disappointed because yes, we're missing out on the casual fan, and every 4 years we get this groundswell of an opportunity to capture the imagination of fans that have maybe missed out on understanding the game because of their nationality, their ethnicity, all of a sudden they're paying attention to these games, especially when the United States play. Since missing out on qualification, we've elected a new president in U.S. soccer. They've created a new position as a general manager. Ernie Stewart, former 3-time World Cup player, has just been named general manager.
Ever heard of him?
New head coach. Yeah, he scored a couple goals here or there.
Yep.
And now we've got a new head coach that'll be named most likely after the World Cup. So I'm pissed.
Who is
I'm
it?
angry. I'm disappointed. We still don't know. I think we're whittling it down. The question is,
who do you think it is, Dunny? Dunny, break the news right now. Gonzo, can you please give a countdown on who Dunny thinks? One of the best voices. They call him one of the biggest young voices in soccer in America. Brian Dunseth, also known as Dunny, which is also going to the John outside in Australia, has a prediction on who the next U.S. men's national team coach will be. Gonzo, please, with the countdown.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, please, baby Jesus, don't say Arsene Wenger. I'm going to go with Tab Ramos, former current under-20 head coach. I think he'll get the opportunity to step right up, and a former multi-World Cup veteran for the United States.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Who is it?
Tab Ramos.
Todd Ramos.
New Jersey.
Who?
Tab
Ramos.
Of course. I knew that. Of course. Tab Ramos from New Jersey is the next men's national team head coach. That is awesome. The future is bright. Who's the handsome guy?
Pulisic? The Moroccan head coach?
No. Our guy.
Yeah,
Pulisic. He's an animal, too. The future of soccer is bright, huh, Dunny?
Yeah, Christian Pulisic at Borussia Dortmund, man. What a player. Hershey, Pennsylvania, by the way. Mm-hmm. Who knew they could produce something other than just chocolate?
Ooh, both things delicious, though, if you know what I'm saying, Dunny.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, Dunny, we appreciate you so much. Who's going to win the World Cup?
I still think it's Spain, but keep an eye on Belgium.
Oh, Belgique. That's who Tim Howard said he was picking too, because his coach used to coach there, or coaches there now. So he's pulling hard for them. I got money on Colombia strictly because they were like 3,000-1 or something like that. That was good money. But you're saying Spain or Belgique. That's great news. We'll bet on that throughout. Go check him out on channel 137.
157. 157. It's close.
That's on us.
Very close.
Dump it.
Gonzo, can you dump that so I can go back?
Yeah, sure.
Check him out on channel 157 from 4 to 7 every single day on the Counterattack Show with his co-host Tony Miola. Ladies and gentlemen, soccer genius at Brian Dunseth, also known as Dunny. Thank you for your time, brother.
Yeah, looking forward to it next time, guys.
Okay, see ya. See ya, Dunny. Tab Ramos. How about that?
Let's go.
They have to get something new in there, man. They have to. They were running a dictatorship over there at the U.S. Soccer Association.
Tell me you don't want Bruce Arena to come back?
No.
No.
I like Tab Ramos' look. He's got a strong jaw.
There's a guy named John Kowalski, who was my coach in Western Pennsylvania. He was the women's national team's coach for a while. He was the best coach I ever had. Polish fella, spoken a high-pitched voice like this. He was really cool. Coach Kowalski. I would pull hard for him.
He's the one that liked your big leg, right?
Yeah, big leg.
Did you call him Killer?
Oh, yeah, Killer Kowalski was a real deal. Is Russia ever going to score?
This guy?
Yeah, he's the man. He's the man. He used to just hammer beers. Hammer. At another level. We'd be up at like ODP, Olympic Development Program camp in Ryder, New Jersey, which is where they try to select if you're going to make a regional team or not. Everybody stays in dorms at Ryder University. And every night I'd get a call up to his dorm room to talk about whatever happened during the day because I got a chance to play in the pool games and stuff like that. I would just walk in and there would just be like just warm beers underneath his bed, either smashed or about to get smashed. I just love the man so much. I think he could be a coach, but I don't think he'll want to do all the drama. Tab Ramos, they say. The under-20 team is crushing people too, so hopefully that's good news. Good for America. Good for Sirius to have Tony Miola and that guy on the show. He's really good. Dunny means grumpy outside. That's all I got out of that interview.
In Australia, yeah.
That's all I got out of it. He was pretty good.
Yeah.
He was pretty. I had no clue who he was before the conversation. Very obvious too, by the way. Whenever I'm introducing somebody and you hear me just scrambling, that means I have no idea who this person is, and I can't wait to talk to him. But I thought he was very entertaining, educational, enlightening, and really taught me a lot.
Knew his stuff.
He started off hot with a joke.
He did come in real hot.
Get us hooked.
Yep. And then he talked about Tony Miola, who everybody loves. Everybody loves old meathead Miola. He's over there in Russia. He was calling the game while we were doing an interview, by the way. Had no idea.
Pretty
Tony
impressive.
Had no idea Tony Miola was calling games.
No, did I? Neither
huge.
did I.
Still big. Counterattack on Sirius XM, channel 157,
Attaboy.
from 4 to 7 every single day. See, in my head, I thought it was 137. I messed that up. That's on me.
You know what would be tough? Doing a 3-hour soccer show every day.
I was just thinking about that.
Every day.
Every day.
They said they talk Premier League soccer because people care more about that.
But especially like once the World Cup wasn't right now, like soccer stops until it's at this summer months.
Well, and a lot of soccer is a snooze fest. Let's be honest. A lot of soccer is an
I
absolute
wasn't going to
snooze.
say it, but yeah.
Well, I guess the MLS is right now, but yeah, you're right.
It's a snooze fest. So now you want me to listen to people talking about snooze fests? I don't know. But so you got to be entertaining as hell to do that.
Correct.
And that's what that Dunny character was. So now when I get my snooze, I only do it on one thing and one thing only. That's my Leesa mattress. Right now, there's $160 off at leesa.com/Barstool. Deepest discount they've ever offered. One mattress donated for every 10 sold and one tree planted for every order received. 23,000 mattresses have been donated thus far. There's 11,000 5-star reviews. Leesa mattress is loved by 300,000 happy sleepers and counting.
A lot of sleepers.
Going up.
Lot of snoozing. They're socially conscious with a mission to end bedlessness in America. Leesa Mattress was designed to provide support and pressure relief to every body type in sleeping for a deeper night's sleep. I didn't have a Leesa mattress for a long time.
How was life then?
Not good. I was bebopping around from bed to bed, kind of bouncing through mattress stores like, oh, is this the right one? Oh, I don't know. It's the middle of the day and I'm not tired at all. And I'm in public. So who knows if this is actual comfort or me just wanting to get the hell out of here. Leesa went ahead and got rid of the entire inconvenient process of buying a mattress. And it's the best mattress you'll ever sleep on.
Sleep, cuz.
After some research, we learned that men and women think about sleep differently. Men use words like recharge and optimize.
All the time.
They want it to be efficient and effective, while women use words like relax and recover. It's more of a place to decompress after a long day. What we can all agree on is that we do more in the bedroom and on our mattresses than just sleep. We relax and recover with a book, television, or tea. We constantly think of our bedroom space as a personal sanctuary. This idea of a deeper rest speaks to the personal contribution to Lisa's sleep social mission and the personalization of rest. It's more than sleep. It's a goddamn lifestyle. LisaSleep.com/barstool. $160 off. Get the best mattress you've ever slept on.
And that deep sleep.
Pretty fucking fired up to go home and sleep.
Deeper rest. Me too. Very fired
You
up.
got me fired up.
Very fired up. I can't, because there's a lot more to talk about.
Yes.
Not a lot, just a little bit. But it's good stuff that you need to hear about. I went viral yesterday.
Yeah,
We
you
can start
did.
with that.
Yeah.
I went viral yesterday.
Speaking the truth.
Might be the beginning of racial tensions calming down, by the way. I'm happy to
Credit Pat McAfee show.
blaze that trail, by the way. I'll make fun of white people. I got to make fun of white people. I'll make fun of Italians more than most. Everybody knows that.
A lot more than most.
But the only way this gets better is if Caucasians split themselves, the good Caucasians from the bad.
Yes.
You have to create just our own little category.
It's like what California's doing.
Yeah.
Caucasians will take a vote, and you either go to Los Angeles or every other part of California.
We send the bad ones to Trash Island off of Pacific.
I like that idea.
Off of
that's
California.
where that lady definitely
It's like
needs to
East
go.
and West Germany.
Tear down that wall. A lot of good conversation. I would like people to know out there that there is a particular breed of white humans that other white humans won't fuck with either. Okay? Like this lady that was yelling about this 8-year-old selling water without a permit. I saw a lot of my African American friends tweeting like, white people do this, white people do that's a breed of white people that a lot of white people don't want to mess with either. I do not want to get thrown into the same white Caucasian boat as that piece of shit woman. I just would like
Are you
that
talking
to
about
be-
Permit Patty?
Yeah, Permit Patty. Yeah. And I don't like that my name's even almost in there either. But other than that, let's have a great Monday.
African American
I think it is very much needed from the whites to
Yeah.
put out a video like declaring that she ain't one of us either.
She don't represent us.
No way. That lady was terrible.
No.
I watched that thinking it was a joke. I thought it was a complete joke.
That squat.
Selling water with oh my God. Hiding behind the goddamn thing and then saying selling water without a permit. No. Like, we hate them too. Like, let's not get crazy here. Everybody, that's a very hateable person. Everybody hates that lady.
I said, imagine.
That's my high school English teacher, by the way. That is my high school English teacher who passed away. They asked me to write something. I said, bad people die all the time. That is who she is. That is the same. I mean, let's make sure that is well known.
Let's all say a little prayer right now for her husband that's at home. For what he has to go through every day.
He had no idea he was signing up for that. The squatter, he had no clue. So let's not. I don't like that that's happening, that all white people are getting lumped in there. What's
Do you
up?
see that her business is getting dragged?
Oh,
She
yeah.
is the CEO of a weed treat dog supply company.
What does that mean?
She makes CBD treats for dogs.
Oh, no way.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a good
surprising.
thing, but her business just tanked.
Yeah, like all these stores are saying
They're
no
dropping
longer
her.
care-
They're
yeah.
dropping her business.
Well, what I'm saying is that's kind of a liberal. It's kind of a liberal
Exactly.
Yeah,
thought.
it does not match up.
And to call the cops, which is a very like calling for the government's help as opposed to like authority.
Yeah.
That's not a very liberal move out of this lady.
was very surprised to see that was her business.
This is like when
Yeah,
old Cuzzy killed Cecil,
Yeah.
the dentist. People are protesting outside of his goddamn dentist office. You killed Cecil. You can't do teeth anymore.
Can you imagine the cops now they're into the phone? No, you're not dragging us into that shit. We got enough of our own problems.
Imagine the 911 operator. 911, what's your emergency? There is a water sale happening without permits. Bitch, do you know anything about anything? We can't be coming and shutting that down. Is the water salesman armed? No, not at all. Okay. Get us the fuck. I call the fire department. They need some bad PR for once. That's incredible.
I was like, imagine waking up every day and like that's who
She
you
sucks.
are as a human.
She sucks. What she had to have known that she had no chance too. As soon as she saw that lady's video going up, she was like, shit, it's all over. It is all over.
I mean, she was still aggressive on the phone though. She was like, she doubled down. She's like, it's not your property. You can't be selling it.
Yeah, it was bad. But because I saw a lot of tweets happening.
Oh yeah,
about white people this, white people that. I'm like, I almost responded to all of them. Like, no. I was hustling cigarettes in 5th grade on everybody's property. Let's make sure that there ain't no permit for that either. Let's relax a little bit.
I guarantee if you would have put out what you just said as a tweet, it would have like 70,000 retweets.
Yeah, they'd be like, a white man spoke out.
Twitter moment.
Germany had a wild finish this past weekend. The World Cup's getting good. The World Cup is getting very exciting. At Todd McComas, how was your weekend?
It was great. Nice and chill. My sister I haven't seen in a long time. Came up to visit.
Nice.
Hung out with them for a while.
In your little Wonderland you just built in your backyard? You got a little Wonderland back there?
Yeah, a lot of yard work this weekend.
It's pretty awesome.
I went there to go pick up a weed whacker. The duck pond's in bad shape.
It's clean now. I cleaned it.
Oh, you cleaned it? You got a skimmer and cleaned
it?
It
Turns out when ducks swim in the water, they also shit in there.
Oh, it's also a toilet.
Yeah. So it's just kind of a shit puddle after a while.
You're older now. You had your birthday, when was that? Last week?
Yeah.
Did the weekend feel different now that you're older? Or?
Yeah, every day feels older. Every day I wake up, I'm like, God damn it, I'm older again.
We're 29 days to my lady's 30th.
Oh, that's going to be a big one.
I know. I've been counting down the days.
30th is the best birthday party. Do you agree?
I don't know. I've been telling her she's a classic, an antique.
She loves that.
She hates it. But then I say, you're a collectible, babe. One of a kind. You got the whole thing on the other side.
Smart.
Thank you.
You got big plans for it?
I believe so. I believe there's some pretty big plans.
At 30 is supposed to, you're supposed to go all out. It's 30.
It should last like big birthday party.
Yeah.
Is it 40? I think 40's over the hill. That's the big one, right?
Yeah.
But that's sad too. You cry at the end of that. At 30, you still feel pretty.
You have
good.
to make it to 40.
Mm-hmm.
That's the big thing for me, I think. The big thing is making it to 40. At Nick Moraldo, you were tagged in an Instagram post of mine this morning by a lot of people, and I didn't think it was warranted, to be honest. I just asked everybody that follows me on Instagram, at Pat McAfee Show, to tag a miserable human. And everybody was like, at Moraldo412.
Yeah,
I was like, that's unbelievable.
It was very interesting. Felt almost orchestrated. I don't know how that would happen.
No, there's like 90 people. I mean, there's no leadership in
I mean, they're not wrong. It's
Well,
accurate.
you're
Although I'd had a great weekend, so.
You're the
Got a
most
great
miserable
weekend.
person that we know. You and Permit Patty's husband.
This Mary Kay lady is the most lunatic human I've ever. I watched that A&E autobiography of Mary Kay Letourneau.
Oh, the one that Gumpy was talking about.
Oh my God. I ain't never seen a human more of a lunatic than this human. This human is a Looney Tune.
Good family?
Oh, this lady, she was sexing a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
And she was angry. Yep, there she is. She was angry because she didn't start having sex with him until a month after she was his student. Or he was her student. So she was like, they kept saying that he was my student. He was not when we were having sex. It was a month afterwards. It's like, lady, dumb bitch. It's 20 years ago now. We can all agree that, but they have been married this whole time. And he waited for her and the whole thing. She took his virginity. I mean, the whole thing. Her husband and her met at Arizona State. And she said, if you know anything about Arizona State, you know this, blah, blah, blah. And the husband's been dragged through it the worst.
Oh, yeah.
Were they still together when this happened?
Oh, yeah, they were still together. And then she gets out of jail. Somehow she gets out of jail. She does like 6 months or something. She's not allowed to go see the child, who is now 14 at this time. Not allowed to see, no contact allowed. She gets pregnant by the kid again whenever she's on, when she's out on house arrest or whatever it is. She's out, gets pregnant by the kid again. Then the husband's interviewed again. He's like, I don't know, man. Like, I hate that my name's even involved in this. She was a lunatic.
So she has 2 kids with her student.
Oh, yeah. And then she has 4 kids with her ex-husband.
Do those kids with their ex-husband, do they have any relationship with her at all now?
2 of them do.
Okay.
2 of them
Two
do.
are like
Yeah,
fine.
they moved to Alaska, though. Steve moved to Alaska. He got his ass out of there. Moved straight to Alaska when this all happened, which is a good call, by the way. Moved to Russia.
How are the 2 kids with the student? Are they normal humans?
Very normal humans. Very normal humans, even though a 13-year-old had them. They're very young, old, obviously, in comparison to the dad.
Yeah.
That he had a kid whenever he was 13 or whatever. But very interesting. Very. She thought she did nothing wrong, by the way.
Like a true love type thing?
Yeah, she said this is a love story. This is nothing else other than a love story. I ain't never been more confused in my life. I was so mind blown. The minute as you continue to watch it, she's like laughing in the camera at one point. It's like, lady, you look bad here. Like I think this was supposed to make her look good.
Would you lump her into the same bucket of white people as Permit Patty?
No. This is a different white person. This is a different white.
We don't associate with them either.
This is the pee on people and shit on people, white people. You know what I mean?
Like the wet work type people?
I don't know what that means.
Wet work is normally like a guy that you could hire off of Craigslist or something like that. Back in the day, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
He'll come to your hotel
Date
room,
night.
lay down some stuff.
Date night.
Yeah. That's wet work.
Game
That's
night
wet
or
work,
whatever.
right?
it's
Talking about
called.
Germans?
Oh no.
Germans are into some freaky stuff, you're saying?
Yeah.
Guys.
Oh, Z Germans invented it.
I wouldn't say, okay, so I don't think we should put the freaks into the category of this Turner lady, too. She's a pedophile.
Yeah.
But she's not a pedophile because she had no other victim. She said this is a love story. But she still fell in love with a 13-year-old that wasn't her own kid. Yo, I watched something else. Slender Man?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's
not.
a wild one.
Those two girls
It's scary.
Yeah.
It's so scary.
That's creepy.
stabbed their friend?
Because Slender Man told him to do it, right?
Yeah, because this dude in a suit with no face told him to do it. They were all in, too.
My brother turned me on that. He's a big Slender Man guy.
Your brother's a Slender Man guy?
Yeah.
What does that mean, though? I don't know how this
Like,
happened.
he's just like, dude, you gotta fucking watch this.
So Slender Man is the boogeyman for the younger generation. So you had Jordan
Yes.
Berry here. You're a face of the younger
Woman
generation.
of the younger
You
generation.
and Foxy both of the younger, interesting generation. Slender Man was your guys' boogeyman?
Not for me. I think it's just a little bit younger than me, though.
Never heard of him, honestly.
I heard
Really?
about him
How
in
old are
middle
you?
School.
23.
Okay, so I watched that thing on A&E. I think it was on A&E, and they were talking about this as if it was a very known thing. Like,
On YouTube, yeah. Like kids would get on YouTube and talk about their times with the Slender
so
Man.
is Slender Man a human who made up this character
Probably.
and made a bunch of money off of it?
Are you saying like
It was a big like meme Reddit thing, right?
Yeah.
Reddit.
Yeah.
Should have known.
For real.
Should have known that the Redditors created a boogeyman for real, and then people were killing it. Are younger kids like 12 years old on Reddit, though?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
they're on everything?
I thought it was like an older, geekier guy, like
No,
a
I
smarter
think-
person.
I think it is primarily a younger person thing, isn't
Reddit,
it?
Tumblr. Like my little brother, he just turned 18, but when he was 14, he was on everything.
Is he scared of Slender Man?
I don't think he's scared of him, but I think he won't watch those videos. Kind of like salad fingers.
What the fuck is a salad?
What the
finger?
fuck's a salad?
Oh, I do that all the time. You put
Do you
carrots in
remember
between your
salad?
fingers. There you go.
Big still sits at the kids' table.
Salad Fingers, it was a YouTube series of really disturbing cartoons for children, but it was just extremely disturbing content, and the man was named Salad Fingers.
And people are just making money off of this. Just,
So much money, but I think that's what that's my Slender Man is Salad Fingers.
See, we had Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, that's
Rugrats.
not a fan.
You didn't like Ren and Stimpy?
Hated it.
I don't think I've
Their
ever
asses
watched.
were too weird to look at.
What were they? They were scary? Ren and Stimpy were
They
scary?
were like little rats, mouse-looking fucking things.
I remember them existing, but I don't know what they did.
I wouldn't
a dog
think it
and
would
a
be
cat.
Scary.
That was a dog and a
No,
cat.
it wasn't
Cat
scary. They just did like really like
Disgusting
graphic
stuff,
weirdo
yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Really?
Just
Their butts
disturb-
were
yeah.
weird. That was my issue. They had weird
It's
butts.
gross stuff.
I watched Rugrats,
soft.
I think, one
Yeah, Rugrats is awesome.
one particular
Tommy
summer.
Pickles.
Shout out Reptar. He never got enough love.
He didn't, actually.
Oh, you were a big Rugrats fan, it sounds like. You
Oh, yeah,
had
huge.
real emotion to that Reptar right there, Jordan.
Yeah, I identified with Angelica a bit because I was a diva as a young child. Now I'm not.
No, of course not.
Not at all.
I know, I agree with that. Zito, what did you watch growing up? Barney?
No.
Mr. Rogers?
I was Mr. Rogers guy for
I
sure.
love Mr. Rogers.
Yeah.
Cuzzy Mr. Rogers really got me through
Good
a lot.
interview guy. Good interview
He
guy.
had a good conversation with them puppets, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it sounded very natural.
Did you see the video of Coco and Mr. Rogers?
The monkey?
I cried.
Who's Coco?
Oh, rest in
The
peace.
gorilla.
Just died,
Gorilla
right?
just died.
Oh,
He used
yeah.
sign language. There's a video of her and Mr. Rogers communicating, and it was a tearjerker.
A lot of people talking about Coco this weekend. I didn't think I fully understood what it was.
Well, now they're up. Mr. Rogers is up there interviewing him or Coco and Harambe.
I know who
It's a big
Harambe is.
situation, yeah.
I didn't know who Coco was, though.
Sign language so she could communicate with humans. I feel like you'd be really into this.
Yeah, it just sounds like, yeah.
They said she communicated with like hundreds of thousands of people.
Oh yeah.
So when I went and saw that orangutan exhibit here, and I made eye contact with the one orangutan, and
Never
then,
make eye contact.
well, then it just shit all over itself. Literally, while it was looking at me, just shit all over
That
itself.
was building ammo to throw at you. That's what that was.
No, I thought it was communication between us. Like the orangutan was like, "Get
You
me
don't
out of here."
don't smile at monkeys
Don't show
because
teeth.
that's a sign of aggression in their culture.
I ain't scared of
Okay.
shit.
You don't make eye contact.
I learned
They'll
that
come
from
and rip your
Congo.
genitals clean off.
Listen, I heard a story about one of my teammates getting into a fight with his monkey named Gucci.
Okay. Oh, yeah, yeah.
I heard that whole, and it's not my time
Top
to-
5 story you've ever
of all time. And I can't.
What kind of monkey was it?
A capuchin?
It was
Nah, it was a big boy, right?
it was from Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, I think. Right? Is that the what,
Spike.
Which the monkey, the little?
Oh, so it is a capuchin.
A capuchin.
Oh, like the ones that play the little box.
Yeah, my
Capuchin.
teammate
the
actually
street.
was it Ace Ventura: Pet Detective where he had a monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spike.
Okay, so the story goes from my teammate that he actually watched that movie with his boys, and then while watching the movie, he said, "I want one of them." And then the next day or the day after that, one of his boys bought one and it arrived at his house. So he named it Gucci, and he gave him a Gucci like a little scarf.
Okay.
And him and that particular monkey at one point got into an alpha war in a hallway where it was either you or me, whoa. And they ran at each other and they got into it. But the human won. But at the zoos, what do you mean, Gonzo? You're not supposed to smile at a monkey in a zoo?
Well, people wonder why, like, chimps will throw things or things like that. Like, there's that video, like, the grandma got a piece of poop flung at her face and it landed on her nose.
Hilarious.
You think that was on
Because
purpose?
people are sitting there taking pictures and smiling at it. So it's in an enclosure and you have all these people, like, smiling, which to them is aggression. So that's why they start acting out and throwing things at, like, feces and doing weird things like that.
Well,
But they're trapped. They're generally trapped in there and can't get out to rip your face off.
I will say this. I kind of, after watch, there's a kind of a fatter guy getting into the game right now for
First
you.
one I've seen all tournament.
Kind of a tubbier dude getting in, and he's not even considered fat in like real life, but he's much thicker than all the other players.
Body positive
I
player.
assume he's going into the back and just going to about to wreck shop on people if I had to guess because they're up 2-0. That's neither here nor there. I watched that Blackfish though.
Yeah.
That was about the whale being trapped and then they starve it and then they do this, that whole
Willy.
thing. Yeah, Free Willy, the whole thing. By the way, cry every time he goes up over them rocks.
Pretty impressive.
Wow, it is, isn't it? Very athletic.
He's never going to get that paint off that concrete wall, though. I don't know why he's even scrubbing.
A lot of wasted time. A lot of wasted
Bothers
time.
me every time.
But after watching Blackfish, I was like, you know what? I think I'm against all zoos and stuff like that. You know? I'm like, they got me. You know what I mean? They got me. Just like Connor Daly became a vegan after watching that one documentary. The thing, but then you like talk to the zoo people, and it's like if we didn't have zoos, the amount of things we wouldn't know about animals to preserve them and things like that. So I'm kind of conflicted on that. But I do know when I went to that orangutan exhibit, that orangutan and I talked to each other. And what he did whenever he shit while making eye contact with me was told me to get him the fuck out of there. So I don't know about the smiling and stuff like that, but I think me and an orangutan had a moment, Gonzo, and I will never take that back. Yeah. That's hysterical. That Germany goal was a wild goal.
94. It was a walk-off, pretty much.
They would have been eliminated from the tourney, right?
If they lost, they were limited with a draw. It would have been very hard for them to get in. They would have had a lot of things happen, but yeah, with the win, they're pretty much going to be
Incredible bend it like this dude, too. I mean, what a shot. The goalie had no chance.
Tony's his name.
The shooter?
Tony Kroos, yeah.
What a fucking ball around the wall.
Maybe-
That ain't, you know what, though? I wonder what the celebration was like because they're probably so miserable. That England bar,
Oh,
yeah.
God.
I ain't never seen anything like that before. That was awesome. Everybody just threw their drinks straight up in the air. As soon as it happened, everybody just took their drinks and just said, fuck it, threw it up in the air. And then they had the DJ on deck ready to
yep.
go. That was
You think
perfect.
they did that for all 6 goals?
I hope so. I hope they do it for the rest of the goddamn tournament. It's almost like England's just shutting down for the World Cup, which is a good idea, I believe.
Yeah, I can imagine all of these. Imagine if the world was good enough where football had a World Cup, actual football, and like what our reactions would be.
Well, I looked at that video though, and I almost sent a tweet to Tim Howard. You know, I almost sent him one, but Tim Howard, Captain America, wasn't his fault. But I was like, listen, this could have been America. This could have been us. You know what I mean? But you tripping. You know, like this could have been us. I almost sent it to the U.S. men's national team. Like I would assume America, especially in the world that we live in now. 4 years ago, did we live in a social media world? Yes, but nowhere near as much as it is now. Everybody would be flexing on how big they are of United States fans. Every bar would want to flex.
Yeah.
Everybody would want to flex on Instagram, Twitter, even old heads on Facebook. By the way, Facebook's just going right into the dumps, huh? Right into the dumps. They're putting something on their site now that's telling you how long you've been on to tell you to take a break. So they're at the point now where they're like almost against social media.
They've been going in the dumps ever since they let everybody's parents on there and took it away from the college kids.
I disagree with what you say there because whenever they did that complete sellout, their numbers grew to literally every human on earth.
Oh yeah,
But now after the whole Russia fake news propaganda situation, they kind of lost the trust of the old heads. So the old heads are like, everything we've been saying this whole time is true. Social media is the devil, blah, 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 blah. And now they're off. So they lost all them. And they already lost the college kids because college kids are going to Instagram. They own Instagram.
They own Instagram. So they saw this coming probably, right?
Yeah, so it doesn't really matter, I guess.
That's how smart he is.
Yeah, Zuckerberg was like, yeah, you know what? We're probably going to get fucked. Yeah. We're probably going to get taken advantage of to rig an entire election. That's what they're going to say in the media. Let's see what happens, blah, blah, blah. But anyways, everybody in America would have wanted to flex so hard that they were United States fans that we would have had those same type of situations. Those same videos would happen if the United States would ever score a goal. Now, granted, we couldn't even get in tournaments, so who knows if we would have scored a goal, but it would have been cool.
The hard part about watching that game is that the U.S. beat Panama, the team that England was destroying 6-2 or 6-1.
Yeah.
They beat them like 4-0 both times they played them in the qualifications, and they couldn't get.
Who's big dude from Panama, Foxy? That dude.
He plays for Seattle Sounders. Torres,
the
Yep,
captain,
Roman
the big
Torres.
dude. Got a chance to talk to him. He's a brute of a man. Monster of a man. Good dreads too. Monster of a man with dreads.
I think he was the captain. And then we talked to someone from Mexico that scored.
Villa, Carlos Villa.
He scored on the PK.
Did you see his hair?
Yeah, he looks awesome.
Oh, he looks good. He looks better than that fucking Iceland dude. That Iceland guy. This Viking named Rorik Gislason. Rorik Gislason had 30. There's a sigh from Jordan. That's going to make a lot of sense for what I'm about to say. On Instagram, he had 30,000 followers before the World Cup. Is that right, Diggs?
Yep, 30,000.
And then now, 1 week into the World Cup, he has 1 million followers on Instagram. That means one thing and one thing only. Your captions don't mean shit. Your tags mean nothing. The people who at you mean nothing. You got a good face. You do good on Instagram. That's the way it is. This is a handsome son of a bitch here, but he's nothing crazy.
Jordan, do you have thoughts on him?
I mean, he's got the longer hair and the chiseled jawline. He looks like a model. He's foreign. He does it for everybody.
I agree with that, but like the Carlos Villa guy for Mexico, like whenever after he has the hair flowing and I was like, wow, he looks a lot better than when we interviewed him.
Scoring goals too.
Scoring goals in the World Cup, causing seismic quakes back in the homeland.
I was very happy for Mexico. Very happy.
Oh, you and Landon Donovan.
I was. I mean, and that's our guy.
Good for you.
I've met him.
For just being so humble and congratulating
Landon Donovan. Yeah, I got a lot of people tweeting me, by the way, whenever I congratulated Landon Donovan, telling me I need to relax. I'm like, me? What are you talking about? He went viral literally a week ago for cheering for Mexico. I'm happy for him. And did you see his whole statement?
No, I didn't.
He released a whole statement about how anybody who's questioning whether he bleeds red, white, or blue, blah, 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 blah. This whole statement, he really, because everybody was coming after him for saying his other team is Mexico. It's like, chill the fuck out, people. Those are the same, that's Permit Patty.
Yep.
See, those are the same white people. Let's lump them in. Those are the white people. The people that went after Landon Donovan are also calling the cops on pooled permits for selling water.
Did you see our team?
Belgique?
Yeah.
What they do?
I think it was 5-1, 5-2.
Win?
They're dominating.
Thierry Henry's a coach of that.
Yeah.
That's big news.
Didn't know that until this weekend.
I saw a tweet by you. I went ahead and put some money on him as soon as I saw a tweet. Thierry Henry, one of the best goal scorers in history, also very lazy. Very lazy.
Did you put a bet on them to win the whole thing?
Yeah.
What's the payout?
It's 100 to win like 800.
Oh.
It's not bad.
No, it's not terrible.
I bet on Colombia this weekend, pretty heavy.
As you should have.
As I should have, because we got an inside source from a sports handicapper, a professional one, that Columbia was his team to win it all, actually, and that paid off for me.
They struggled the first game. You knew they had to bounce back because if not, one of the drug lords down there was going to kill them all.
Not lying there.
Narco, please. Use the proper term.
Sorry, Narcos.
Narco.
Imagine if Pablo was still alive, how nervous the team would be playing.
Oh, boy.
Well, they did back in the day.
I know.
That Columbia guy who missed PK got his off with his head.
Correct.
I watched another video called Hunting ISIS
Oh.
on Viceland.
Viceland's good.
It is. They got a lot of issues over there.
Yeah,
I guess,
they
I
do.
guess the Vice company is
Yeah,
run
yeah.
very terribly, I guess. But they send people into very dangerous situations and record it, so I appreciate it. But there's a militia called YPG or something. Have you ever heard of this?
No, I haven't.
YPG. It's like Americans. There was an Italian in there. They're just these citizens that just sign up in a militia
Yes.
and they just go to war, basically.
Yeah, actually, I've seen that now that you say that, or I've seen one just like it. Yeah.
Yes.
And they're getting killed.
Getting killed,
Yes.
and then the U.S. Army won't ship the bodies back because
Right.
they're not a member of the military.
Yeah.
So, like, the parents of these YPG militia people who are here in America can't get their kids' bodies back because the U.S. Army won't ship them back. So they're trying to make them go through other places. It's a wild
Who
scene.
is
of
this?
it.
Who is this militia fighting for or against?
They're fighting against ISIS.
Yeah. They're
Oh,
trying
okay,
to,
okay.
So they're fighting with the local people.
Kurds.
So Americans are going to this militia to help fight ISIS.
Yeah,
to
so
to
there'll
fight
be
ISIS.
like 4 in every group or something. And then it may be one American, an Australian dude, somebody from England, somebody from Canada. Like, they just sign up for it.
Yep. They
And
really
the
do.
camera people are right there, dude. There are rounds going over their heads.
Zoom, and missiles hitting and children
Yeah.
being blown up and all this stuff. It's a wild, wild scene. Wild scene. I watched that last night. Couldn't fall asleep afterwards because I don't even know how you get there. Like, what do you do? Fly to Iraq? Where do you fly to?
Yeah.
And then fly to
I have
Syria?
no
Do you
idea.
call the militia? Do they have
how
like
do
a
you find
hotline
it?
number like that you want to sign up?
I have no
There was
idea.
an online thing.
And how do you know it's them? How do you know it's not somebody else?
I think you need a permit.
Egypt scored you on them?
I am not. Did Mo Salah score? Yep, he did. He's about to have 100 goals.
Oh, great.
Let's have 100 goals. Didn't bet on him. Unbelievable.
I'll lose all my bets.
How was your weekend, Gonzo, over there in New York?
It's pretty good, pretty chill. Just watch some baseball, some World Cup.
Are you a Yankees fan?
I am a Yankees fan. It was a
Did you
rough
see
weekend.
this Mickey Mantle thing?
What was that? That was
I don't know. Ty Schmidt. I saw Ty Schmidt quote tweet it, and then I read it, and then I sent it to a group text. I was like, "Is this real?" And everybody was like, "Oh, yep, I've heard this
I
is what he
believe
is."
that.
Everybody
Yeah.
says this. Have you heard this type of stuff about Mickey Mantle? Ty Schmidt says yes. He's a diehard Yankees fan
Yep.
from Iowa.
Yep.
Mickey Mantle was just a dog, huh?
Big time.
Really?
Oh yeah.
If you watch the movie 61,
61, yep.
it pretty much covers it.
Diggs, read
Yeah.
the Mickey Mantle thing.
All right, so what happened is somebody sent Mickey a letter asking him about good times at Yankee Stadium because it was going over renovations, it was closing, blah 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 blah, and to reply with good stories from his time. At
Most memorable stories
Right.
is what
it was,
they're asking.
It was for the old timers game where they bring in like all the old Yankee legends and they basically just like it's just like a pickup game.
Is Mickey Mantle still alive?
No, I don't think so.
95.
No,
he died.
that letter is from 1973.
Okay. So this is from 1973. Mickey Mantle was asked by the New York Yankees organization, please tell us some of your favorite memories from Yankee Stadium for this old timers game for us to read possibly during your introduction.
Correct.
Because they probably had another guy who was like, I remember when we won the pennant there, blah, blah, blah. The people were going crazy. Probably during that, they were like, now at pitcher, blah, blah, blah. His favorite memory here is whenever they won the pennant and all of New York went crazy. Now playing, what position did Mickey Mantle play?
Right field.
Now
typically.
playing,
Or center.
that's what I'm talking about. Of course he was. Now playing right field, Mickey Mantle, who says his favorite memory at this stadium is...
I got a blowjob under the right field bleachers by the Yankee bullpen.
Yup. And then this event occurred on or about, give as much detail as you can.
It was about the third or fourth inning. I had pulled a groin and couldn't fuck at the time. She was a very nice girl and asked me what to do with the cum after I cum in her mouth. I said, don't ask me. I'm no cocksucker.
Mickey Mantle! As they're calling him onto the fucking field. My favorite thing is that it sounds the way he's not a very intelligent human.
No, not very. Well, he went to the University of Oklahoma, so I guess you can't say he's not educated, but he probably didn't have to study.
Boomer.
Did you see what he wrote below his name?
No.
The All-American boy.
Yeah.
That's hysterical. But it makes it sound as if the Yankee bullpen blew him. Like all
It does, yeah.
Yeah, the way, and then he, you know what I mean? Like when I first read that, I was like, those pitchers that were chirping me when I was in right field, there's a chance they're just blowing dudes too? That's wild. What a scene. Hope you all had an incredible Tuesday with us. Big thanks to Terry Crews and to Dunny and to everybody in the studio that laughed with us. We're we can't do this without you. Very, very thankful for you. Also can't do this without sponsors. And one of our biggest sponsors, the one who kicked off a 30-day weight loss challenge that gave us 30 days of content, 30 days of inspiration, both between Zito and the Diggs. That was back when Diggs had an S on his name. It wasn't Diggs Z. He's a whole new person. Is Beachbody. What is Beachbody On Demand, you ask? Beachbody On Demand is an easy-to-use streaming service that gives you instant access to a wide variety of super effective workouts you can do from the comfort of your own living room 24/7.
Convenient.
365 right there in your living room. They have a history of success. This is the company behind P90X, Insanity, 21-Day Fix, T25, Brazil butt lift, Payo, Hip Hop Abs, 3-week yoga retreat, and more. Literally everything that you've ever heard of about getting in shape, this company has been behind. They have the best trainers in town. Get motivated by celebrity super trainers you know, like Shauna T, Shailene Johnson, Tony Horton, and Autumn Calabrese. Best programs, hundreds of effective workouts for all fitness levels, ranging from bodybuilding to weight training to cardio hit to yoga and even dance workouts. You can do this all on your own schedule. Workouts are as short as 10 minutes that don't require extra equipment. In the time it takes you to drive and park at the gym, you could be finished with your workout.
That's pretty nice.
Something to think about.
Wow. That's pretty nice.
Is that not a mind boggler? Boggle.
It's boggled.
Boggle. Access it anywhere and anytime. View on your computer, web-enabled TV, tablet, smartphone, Roku, Apple TV, Chromecast, and more. The biggest support community. Join over 1 million people currently on Beachbody On Demand. Best deal in fitness. Listeners of this show can try it absolutely for free.
What?
Free. Wow.
Give me a number to text, Pat.
I really want you to try the service because it got Diggs and Zito into the best shape of their lives. It's so convenient. It can be done 24/7 in your own living room. Workouts range from starting at 10 minutes. This is the greatest thing on earth when it comes to fitness. And right now, listeners can get a special free trial membership when you text McAfee, MCAFEE to 303030. That's MCAFE to the number 303030. You'll get full access to the entire platform for free. All the workouts and nutrition information and support totally free. Just text McAfee to 303030. Big thanks to Beachbody. Very thankful to Lisa Sleep, Absolute, and also
Simply Safe,
who is keeping everybody safe.
I'm already a member.
Diggs just texting McAfee to 303030, getting signed up already, getting back in the game.
That's how quick it is.
I like that a lot. It's convenient. Get your workouts in. We're so thankful you chose to fucks with us today on this beautiful Tuesday, June 26th. From myself, at Tom McComas, at Diggs, at Nick Moraldo, at Viva Lazito, at Ty Schmidt, at Evan Foxy, and the rest of the gang here. We're so thankful. Hashtag Endgang, hashtag Endgame. Go ahead and send us a photo or a GIF of
Horrible Caucasian.
There we go. There we go. Perfect.
I'm excited to see where that
Can't
goes.
wait to see what you guys send us. You're the best. Ty Schmidt, hit the music. We'll see you Thursday. Ty Schmidt, hit the music.
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. He was a high school All-American, a college All-American. He was All-Pro in the NFL, but the thing that he's most proud